These animals are alive, moving and thriving, all without a brain. First, jellyfish. They're one of the oldest known animals on the planet, and their simple body plan reflects that. They have no central brain, just a nerve net that connects their entire body. So if you touch a jellyfish, it will feel that sensation everywhere at once. But it's not all just instincts. Jellyfish can actually learn and remember things, like this one that learned to avoid a predator by remembering what it looked like. Second, sea stars, or starfish, have no brain either. They also have no neurons. But somehow, they can still move and hunt. When prey like a sea urchin approaches, certain cells in its skin detect the chemical signals it gives off and send signals to its arm muscles to start the attack. The whole thing is coordinated by these small groups of cells acting together. It's kind of like how your fingers move when you touch something soft. Third, sponges are even simpler. They're technically animals, but they don't really have brains or nerves. Instead, individual sponge cells act like a colony of single-cell organisms working together. This means that a sponge can still eat, grow, and reproduce without a nervous system. Fourth, sea cucumbers don't have a brain either, but they can still defend themselves by squirting out a sticky, gooey substance that can ensnare predators. And if that doesn't work, they have another trick up their sleeve, literally. They can actually turn their stomachs inside out to devour any animal that's foolish enough to eat them. Fifth, flatworms have no brain either. But if they lose part of their body, like an arm, they can just regrow it. In fact, if you cut a flatworm in half, each half will simply grow the other half back, and both will be able to live normal lives. So even though they don't have a lot of brain structure, they do have some form of consciousness. Otherwise, how else could they learn to avoid being cut in half? So even though these animals don't have brains, they're still able to do some pretty complex things. It just goes to show that there is a lot more to the animal kingdom than what meets the eye. Now you know. Give this a thumbs up. If you learned something new, comment down below if you have any ideas for future videos, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.